Hey everyone, welcome to Release Your Resistance. My name is Melly, and today's subject and what I wanted to talk to you guys about is how do you know what the right information is for you when it comes to manifesting? In a nutshell, how you know is if it resonates with you. What does that mean? If you're hearing some information and it makes you feel good and if you're going, oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I bet that's it. Or, wow, that makes sense. Or, that doesn't seem too difficult, or that's pretty cool. Or, something along those lines. If that's your reaction, if you're having a positive, I don't like to use the term negative or positive when it comes to emotions, but I'm going to use it today because I think it'll make things easier. But because I think emotions are emotions. They're not either positive or negative. We feel how we feel for different reasons. But at any rate, if you're having a positive reaction to, a piece of information that you're hearing, then that is your inner being or the universe or God or, however you want to put it. That's way of letting you know that this is the information for you at this moment in time. Okay. If you're hearing information from a manifestation guru, for example, that's been around for 100 years, obviously I'm exaggerating, but somebody that's very popular, somebody that's well known, maybe they're really popular on YouTube, maybe they've even helped lots and lots of people, and they're saying something and you're going, I don't like that. That doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't feel good to me. I don't like that information. Then it's not the information for you. I don't care how many people swear by it. And we can use a mental diet as an example. I know a lot of people swear by that. And it works really wonderfully for a lot of people. But if you're listening to that information and you're going, I don't know if I can do that. That just seems like it would be really exhausting. Then it's not the information for you. Like I said, at least not at this time. You may come back to it. You may not. But there's a lot of different ways. I want you guys to keep in mind, there's a lot of different ways to manifest. And there's a lot of different ways to release resistance. And again, the way you know what is going to help you at the time is if it resonates with you. Or even if it's like, if you're neutral to it, that's fine too. Definitely give it a try. But if it's something that you don't like I know there are some manifestors out there who talk about how you can't manifest a specific person or you shouldn't manifest a specific person. I don't know, maybe I just don't resonate with those people. I'm not really sure. Or if I kind of feel like they don't know what they're talking about. And I know I'm not the only person who feels that way. So if you're hearing information that you can't manifest a specific person and that's what you're looking to do, that's not the information for you. Look somewhere else. Also, at the same time, if you are one of these people that doesn't like the idea of manifesting a specific person, that's fine. You absolutely can. That can be your truth, but it's not everybody's truth. So again, this is all about what resonates with you personally. I hear so much stuff too about, for example, you have to be confident. You have to know. You have to believe. You have to believe in manifestation. But a lot of people don't believe in it when they first find it. So how are you going to convince yourself, that you believe in it when you don't? Again, you don't have to believe. And I'm going to prove that to you guys right now. There's a lot of information out there on manifesting small, I should say, quote, small things, unquote, in order to build your belief in manifestation. But at the same time, there's no such thing as a big or a small manifestation. Does it help to build your belief? Absolutely. Is it necessary? No, because you can manifest that free cup of coffee, for example, and not believe in manifestation. Because there's no such thing as a big manifestation versus a small manifestation. It's all about your level of resistance and what your beliefs are and so on and so forth. For somebody to tell you in one breath that you need to believe in manifesting and then tell you, hey, practice manifesting things like small things in order to build belief is kind of contradictory, because you're building belief because you don't have it, but you wouldn't be able to manifest those free cups of coffee and people holding doors for you and things like that. It wouldn't work if you needed to believe, but it does work. People manifest, quote, small things, unquote, all the time. And again, I do the quotes because there's no such thing as a big or a small manifestation, but they manifest small things all the time in order to build belief and in order to practice. So again, if you needed to believe in order to manifest, you wouldn't be able to manifest the small things either. There's no such thing as a big or a small manifestation. It's just a manifestation. Whether it's a button or a castle, whether it's $100 or $1 million. That's just one point I'm trying to make here as far as going with what resonates with you. It really is a matter of personal preference. It really is, like I said, it really is about what resonates with you. That's why there's some discord you might see in the manifestation community, because people are like, you have to feel positive and feel good all the time. To that, I personally say hogwash. No, you don't. And I'm actually going to do a video about that. I'm going to do a segment, I should say, about that next. And I will link it once it's done, so stay tuned for that. I'm really excited about that one. But anyway, it's all about what resonates with you. It's all about what feels good to you at the time. And again, if you're hearing information that doesn't feel good to you, it doesn't matter how many other people are going, yes, this is what you need to do. That's not the information for you. Another thing I want to talk a little bit about when it comes to this is, I don't know if you guys have ever heard the saying, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. So I'm going to use Abraham Hicks as an example here. I love Abraham Hicks. I love what some of the stuff she says, especially because she really can help people release resistance. She's really good at that. I've heard her tell people in some of the clips that I've listened to of hers, when people said, hey, I broke up with my person and can I have them back? And I've heard her say to them, no. And I'm like thinking, why are you telling people that? But here's the thing. Abraham or Esther, however, whatever you want to call Abraham or Esther, they create their own reality too, from their beliefs, from their assumptions. So you got to keep that in mind. That doesn't mean that has to be your beliefs or assumptions. Like I said, I love Abraham Hicks because I love how they talk about if you're dealing with some sad or bad or uncomfortable emotions, that just consider that a step 5 moment. And if you guys don't know what that is, I would highly recommend you looking it up. I can actually put a link below to her talking about that as well. But instead of going, oh my God, I can't feel negative, which is, again, that's going to be my next segment. So can't wait for that one. But anyway, you might not like the fact that Abraham Hicks talks about not being able to manifest a specific person, but you don't have to buy into that part of it. If you like other things that Abraham Hicks says, then keep the things that you like, keep the things that resonate with you, and just ignore the rest. Just like you're being taught to, quote unquote, ignore your current reality. If you find help in some of what Abraham Hicks, for example, says, and I'm just using Abraham Hicks as an example here, but you don't resonate or you don't really care for other things that Abraham Hicks says, well, then just keep what resonates with you. You get to create your reality, not Abraham Hicks. Same thing with Neville Goddard. A lot of people call Neville Goddard Neville. It's a slight pet peeve of mine because, I love Neville Goddard. I think he's amazing, but we don't know him personally. He's not God. He is a person that was very helpful, really wonderful, figured it out. And he has some really wonderful advice and really wonderful techniques. But again, if his techniques don't resonate with you personally, that's okay. Or if some of his techniques don't resonate with you personally, that's okay. You want to go with what resonates with you. And if some of his methods and teachings resonate with you rather, then that's what you want to go for. That's what you want to use. Now, I will say too that sometimes you will find stuff that doesn't resonate with you now that may resonate with you 6 months from now. Sometimes it's a journey to learn about manifesting. It takes a little while to at least in my experience, it took me a little while to kind of get it, so to speak. We're not raised to believe that we create our own realities. We're not raised to believe, at least I should say a lot of us aren't. I can't speak for everybody, but we're not necessarily or typically, or a lot of people aren't raised with this. We're taught that we don't have any control over what happens to us and we just have to roll with the punches and yada, yada, yada. And that's not a manifester's philosophy. Like I said, it can be can take a little bit of time. It can be take a little bit of practice, I should say, in order to get the manifestation information absorbed. I think is a really good way to put it. Okay, so keep that in mind as well. But again, how you know what's going to work for you right now, if it resonates with you, chances are it'll help you. And if it doesn't, chances are it won't. And don't worry about what anybody else is doing. You go with what resonates with you. And again, I'm going to reiterate, I would recommend not throwing the baby out with the bathwater, which is a weird saying, but basically what it means is to take with you the information that is helpful or the information that is resonating with you, and leave the rest behind. That's how you do it, folks. That's how you know what's going to work for you and what isn't. Okay. So anyway, again, my name is Melissa, or actually people call me Melly, whatever. Mel, Melissa, Melly. Just don't call me late for dinner. So if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. And if you are interested in coaching, send me an email at realeaseyourresistance@gmail.com. Do not send me questions there. And I know I say this at the end of every segment. I'm sure I sound like a broken record. Those questions will not get answered. And if you email them, you need to post them down below. That email is simply for coaching inquiries only. Okay. Anyway, thanks so much, you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will be back soon. Bye-bye.